Hello, everybody, and welcome back for more Let's Play Pokemon Crystal. And this lady was getting a little close to me there. Are you kind of have thoughts for me already there? Anyway, so in the last episode, we did some filler, of course. We explored more of the ruins of Alph and also Yun Cave, where we encountered the Lapras. But overall, it's just some backtracking in Johto. In this episode, we're going to go ahead and finish most of this up here, and then for we can tell the thumbnail, we'll be battling Jasmine at long last, right? And so I went back over to Azalea Town because there was one thing I also forgot about, but I didn't really feel like having to go all the way back and just having to go through the Ilex Forest and just go through so many of the random encounters, and it's kind of a long walk. After you bring back the Farfetch over to the charcoal kiln, or in the fetch quest in Ilex Forest, and you go back over to the house in Azalea Town, and you talk to the kid that was there. He'll give you the charcoal. What that does is that it boosts up the power of fire type moves, and so I gave it to Iwata, so that way there he can actually get some more boosts in firepower. And so we're gonna go back over in Route 34 because there's this one area that we can actually surf down over to, and I ran out of Super Repel, so I just had to bite the bullet and just go through some random encounters. There's an item that's right here. It's a nugget. I think this might be our first nugget that we picked up. What it is, it's relatively useless though, but the only use it has for is they can actually sell it for a good amount of profit. So if you ever come across those, make sure you collect them. So that way there you get a shit ton of Pokédollars. I think it's like 5,000 Pokédollars, I believe, something like that. But it's real beneficial for that if you want to get some more money, some bang for your buck there. Anyway, so once we surf all the way down to this other side of the route, we see three of the cool trainers, the female cool trainers. They're supposed to be sisters, and we've actually basically intruded on their secret hiding spot. And so since they caught us, we had to battle them all three. Well, I would say like all three of them at once, but you only just battle the first two of them at once, and then you just battle their leader, or at least their eldest sister. And so they're basically just going to be using nothing but water types. They'll just be using the initial water Pokemon in its evolved form. So in this case, we have Goldeen and then into a Seaking. I'm going to go ahead and speaking of water, though, I'm going to go ahead and drink my water here because my voice is getting a little hoarse and my mouth is getting a little dry. It's one of the things about these Let's Plays. All you guys gotta stay hydrated, and the same goes for you guys as well. Like in general, always stay hydrated, drink plenty of water. Even if it's getting to the cold season right about now, and temperatures have dropped, so it's the perfect weather. But still, either way, drink plenty of water regardless. Anyway, yeah, that's it's just one of the things where I know I don't think any other Let's Players probably do this, but I mean I always would have to make sure to get some water with me regardless, because especially for these videos that are about like almost a half hour long, and definitely gonna need that water. So anyway, so this next trainer, she'll be using Staryu and Starmie. I think two of those cool trainers will have these water Pokemon that evolve by the Water Stone, except for the one with Goldeen, since Goldeen only evolves by level. And if we defeat all three of the female cool trainers, or the three sisters, they will give us a special prize. I forgot what it was from my past recording, so we'll just have to see what it's going to be. So what I'm actually doing right now, well, I mean, naturally though, I probably would be just using Nightshade for battling these cool trainers. Well, battling this Starmie because of its Psychic typing. However, I know I'm kind of running a little risky here, and what I want to do is that, like, since Nightshade is kind of a little below levels compared to everyone else, I actually want to just grind Nightshade up because, especially since Nightshade is supposed to evolve at level 25, and he's got just one more level to go before he gets an evolution. And I think he's just about due for an evolution right about now because, well, pretty much everyone else is evolved, and so I wasn't able to use Nightshade very much and even when I did, he still gets knocked out by the other Pokemon because of the relatively low stats. So I figured that since I'm battling this Starmie, and since Starmie was trying to use Bubble Beam, like basically just one shot with Bubble Beam, and just to the point I got to the red zone, then I didn't want to take any risks, so I figured just go ahead and just use that method of switching over my Pokemon, just have Audrey out into the spotlight. So that way there, Nightshade could at least still get some experience. Well, at least for some amounts. So that way there I'll still be able to just, just get another for the evolution. So yeah. And, since I'm basically just, switching between different Pokemon, then that would actually mean that, oh yeah, and also I was trying to look for revives, but I didn't have any. I only had like one berry, and so I had to go and cut over to the Pokemon Center. Yeah, I see. I have no other revives, but yeah, since I switched out to a different Pokemon, then you'll basically just get like half the experience that for what's gained over in well, have the experience you normally gain. So oh, and also before we continue on, there's one more thing I forgot to do as well, is go back over to Kurt's house and then get that this fastball. It's the one that he was working on to make it out of the apricorn that he used like many episodes ago, but I completely forgot about it, and so I I actually just now remembered. Just, oh wait, I gotta go back to Azalea Town just to show that up. But yeah, that was that's how you get those special custom made Pokeballs from Kurt by using those apricorns. So anyway, so now that we defeated the first two of the Cool Trainer sisters, now all that's left is the eldest sister. We have a Cool Trainer female, Kate, and she's going to be using the Shelter line. I'm just going to go ahead and use the Curse for this one, so that way there I can actually, well, Shelter could be able to inflict some damage. And I probably could have used it for the next Pokemon, which is going to be a Cloyster, but I was getting the feeling that Cloyster was going to use some actual combat moves. And so I didn't really want to run any risks for Nightshade to potentially faint, so I figured I'd just go ahead and just say, use Curse anyway, even though I guess at this point it's just kind of pointless in a way. And that was Aurora Beam that Shoulder just used. It's an ice type attack, and so yeah, it's I can't remember how much power it had, but it had I think that isn't really isn't exactly the most powerful, but it's pretty good starter kind of ice type attack. But yeah, for this generation, you basically, well, at least from gens 1 through 4, and also 6, from what I've also noticed, is that like you'll just be getting a set amount of experience. And then for each Pokemon you switch out, then you just be getting half of it. Wasn't until Gen 5 where they kind of changed the whole experience system to where you get like faster level ups, and that way there you can actually avoid grinding. And I guess that's probably where a lot of people just like to deal with a lot of Audino grinding. Anyways, so yeah, now she has Cloyster right here. We've already mentioned quite a bit. Or did we? I don't think we did. Yeah, that's right. I think this is our first encounter with Cloyster. So yeah, Cloyster evolves from a Shelter of the Waterstone. It's water and ice type. A little bit slow, I would say, but very defensive, and it's got some good attacks as well. By the way, in that one route over in Marbles of Silver, the Quest I rather see a couple that use this Onyx and Cloyster, and it's an innuendo. Anyway, so Nightshade is now evolving at long last. Alright, so yes, finally got Nightshade up to level 25, and so once we get the prompt here, congratulations, Nightshade evolved into Haunter. Yes, finally, right? And Nightshade has got some floating hands here. And so the prize is a soft sand. And so basically what soft sand is that it raises the power of ground type attacks. So I never expect anyone to find a serious sure startle us. Well, I mean, it's because I guess I just have a surfing route. I mean, probably could have had a little more secluded area that's a little better than this. I mean, just saying. But yeah, so honestly, like the soft sand probably would have I would have given that to Daruk, but I still want to keep the quick claw though, because of Daruk's relatively low speed, or at least for the Geodude line. So let's go ahead and take a look at Haunter's Pokedex entry real quick. There we go. So I kind of scroll past it. Haunter, the gas Pokemon that hides in the dark, planning to take the life of the next living thing that wanders close by. God damn! Wow, that's one of those things about like those ghost type Pokemon, is that they always have to come with those some of their previous Pokedex entries. So yeah, Haunter's just out for some bloodshed. Yeah. Though I will say that I would say that Sun and Moon definitely did take the creepiness factor up to 11 when it came to the Pokedex. So like, god damn. I don't know if it's either just just like how just the Pokedex is itself, but then again, it is inhabited by a Rotom, so that could be the reason. I mean, I don't know. Maybe. Something like that. Either way, it's still creepy regardless, so... Yeah. Ugh. And so, another thing I also forgot to do, after we delivered the spear with the mail over to the fat ass in Route 31? Yeah, Route 31. If you go back over to that gate and talk to the gate guard again, he'll give you the HP up, which is one of those EV boosters, or those well, basically stat boosters, and then your Pokemon's HP will be raised up. And so I'm gonna go ahead and I think I might have used it already, or okay, yeah, I did. I already went ahead and used the that HP up to I think it was Nightshade maybe. Well, either way, I just went with whatever whoever's HP is the lowest. Oh wait, actually, yeah, I did use on Nightshade. Never mind. I noticed that there was just like one sliver of the HP that went down. Well, then yeah, it's pretty much all there is to do for the backtracking. There's not much else. We've scoured pretty much all the areas that we got access to with Surf, and so yeah. What do you say we finally go ahead and tackle the Olivine City Gym and see if we can get our next badge from Jasmine? Now, well, let's go and read the sign here. Olivine City Pokemon Gym Leader, Jasmine, the Steel-clad Defense Girl. So, the one thing about the gym here is that, you know, since she's very grateful for us, for basically helping with the Ampharos, we can actually battle right away. But not only that, though, as you can see here, there are no trainers at all. So, yeah, look at that. Absolutely no trainers whatsoever. Because, I guess you could say that, technically the gym trainers would probably be in the lighthouse if you've already battled them, so, but either way, though, like, even then, there's just no trainers, you know, just go straight over to Jasmine, and then there we go. And just like that. So, yeah, I know in Heart Gold and Soul Silver, like, while those two trainers actually do go back to the gym, you don't really battle them either, so, like, they just come to you, they just congratulate you, and well, they thank you for helping with Ampharos, and then just, wish you luck on battling Jasmine. So but yeah, that was about it. Either way, there's like no trainers to battle, just you and Jasmine. So it's you know, kind of nice for once. So anyway, so yep, now here we have Jasmine, and so Jasmine specializes in the steel types, which is it's, you know, known to be very defensive, and so they say that it's actually a type that was just recently discovered, but it only applies just in the second generation because they actually retcon this in Fire and Leaf Green, where like steel types have always been around. No, wait, actually no, scratch that. They retcon this, like, especially after Pokemon Legends Arceus. So yeah, it's like, you know, they say it's recently discovered. Oh wait, no, there's just way more stuff out there, like going on, like steel and dark types and fairy types here. So anyway, so to go ahead and talk about the Pokemon that Jasmine uses, she first started off with a level 30 Magnemite. Actually, she has two Magnemites, and they're both exactly the same level, same movesets: Thunderbolt, Supersonic, Sonic Boom, and Thunder Wave. But this right here would be your ace Pokemon, Steelix. Steelix is the new evolution for Onix, and it becomes a Steel and Ground type. And to evolve Onix into a Steelix, you actually have to have it hold this one item called the Metal Coat, and then you have to trade it with, and then you just basically have to do a little link trade, just as long as it's holding the Metal Coat for it to evolve into Steelix. So, to talk about Steelix here, Steelix is highly defensive. For one thing, it makes sense because of its Steel type, but it's like a shit ton of defense. Pretty good attack power, very slow though, but you know, overall, you could probably say that like it's like a massive tank. And so actually to go a bit about the steel types, so their weaknesses are ground types, fighting types, and fire types, and basically just those three if I just recall correctly. And Steelix has the moves Iron Tail, Rock Throw, Sunny Day, and Screech. Iron Tail really hits like a motherfucker, and I think, well, it does have pretty low accuracy, but if it actually does hit, it hits hard. So you want to watch out for that here. And then, the Rock Throw, it's basically just your standard Rock type move, which Dura could already use. Screech, Screech heavily lowers down the defense, and Sunny Day, well, for one thing, Sunny Day actually does lower the Water type moves, because, you know, since Steelix is weakened by Water type attacks because it's ground typing. But because if he uses Sunny Day, the one drawback of that is that it powers the Fire type moves. So you can actually, if you have a Fire type Pokemon, you'll easily be able to just wipe the floor with that Steelix. So anyway, so Jasmine's now been defeated, and so we have the Mineral Badge. And so the thing she just gave us was of course, Iron Tail. I don't think any of my Pokemon could be able to use it because, well, they don't necessarily have tails. Well, from what I can probably recall. Yeah, none of them really have tails, actually, so therefore they can't really use Iron Tail. That's a shame, but, whatevs, because, I mean, like I said, Iron Tail kind of has a low accuracy. So, I mean, I guess if I was that desperate, I could just be using Iron Tail, but, you know, I'd rather just go for the accuracy. I know, like, other, Steel-type moves, like, Flash Cannon, I think, or Iron Head. Yeah, there's that too. But that's only, like, in the later gens. And I know, Flash Cannon, I think it's a move that's introduced in Gen 4, and it's actually a, special-based move, because, the Steel types are of the physical base variety. You know, I think Dark types are the, special variety, so, in this gen at least. So yeah, I figured I'd just go in and throw it out there since I've already explained like the typings being physical or special back in Gen 1. With the introduction to Dark and Steel types, then yeah, since I'll go and explain here, then yeah, Steel types would be physical and Dark types are special. So yeah, there we go. I'll just go ahead and just throw that out there. So anyway, so now we have 6 badges and only 2 more to go. Yeah, we're just about almost done here. Like, only 2 badges left, and our Pokemon are still in the level 20 somehow, because this level curve sucks. Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and just buy some other stuff. There's not really much to buy over in here in the Pokemon Mart in Olivine City. I want to go ahead and just sell some of my stat boosters because I don't really use them all that much though, and that's also because I need some space for the bag because because the inventory well, at least the item inventory is getting pretty full. So I'm gonna go stock up on some super repels because there's that one dungeon there we're gonna be visiting. It's an optional dungeon, but we're gonna need those repels because of it. And then they're also selling hyper potions, so we actually don't have to worry about super potions anymore. We'll just go for some hyper potions. They're better than they're an upgrade from the super potions. They heal to about 200 HP in this generation, I believe. And everyone's calling me, and he has absolutely nothing interesting to say here. Say the Pokemon at the lighthouse. Yeah, I actually did just now, and I battled the gym leader for that. Second battle with a cold. Well, it's actually more so with breathing problems though. So yeah, I mean, I probably could be asthma for well, for all I know, for what that Ambrose is having. So anyway, so yeah, that should be it with Olivine City, and so I guess all that's left is to go to the eastern side of over to the east side of Eckerseek City. So like we're basically going over to eastern Johto. And the next town that we're going to be going over to where the next gym is going to be in Mahogany Town, and so we're going to be on our way over there. Just to, you know, finish off the rest of the episode since I was still haven't reached the 30-minute threshold when I was recording this. As we go along here, we have this. We actually have an optional dungeon right here. This is Mount Mortar. Mount Mortar. Well, there's actually there's mostly 3 trainers here, but we're only going to be battling 2 trainers for this one because the third one we don't really have the HM abilities to use in the overworld because it's rolled with waterfalls and I think just about like waterfalls and also just some surfing areas. Also, Mount Mortar is the I think this is the dungeon where you can catch Meryl. So if you ever want to find some kind of a good word type like Meryl, then yeah, this would be the place right here. And so there's gonna be a couple of trainers to fight here. These trainers, fun fact, those trainers are actually exclusive in Crystal. They don't appear in Gold and Silver at all, but they actually start to appear in Gold and Silver. I mean, no, Crystal. I just mentioned that they don't appear in Gold and Silver. What the hell? Brain fart. But yeah, they actually they'll actually be battled over in Crystal, but actually I was probably thinking of Heart Gold and Soul Silver though because they actually do reappear in this dungeon as well, so you can actually be able to battle them. And so this guy here, Pokemaniac Miller, is going to be using the final evolved forms of the Nidoran line. He has Nidoking and Nidoqueen. Nidoking is very much on the offensive side. Good physical attack power, and also both these final stage Nidos here. They become both a poison and ground type, and so yeah, like I said, Nidoking is very much on the offensive side. Like, you know, roll great stats as well, and well in terms of physical stats. Nidoqueen is more on the defensive side, so you know, basically just like it does have some decent attacks, but just more on the defensive side. And between those, I actually like Nidoking a lot more. Well, mainly because of its well, not because of genders and all that. Don't get me wrong, but not trying to be sexist here, folks. But it's actually mainly because because of its great offensive strategies. Because it's great stats there and all that. And Nidoking is just my absolute favorite poison type because I love it so much. That's actually the reason why that you guys remember Odin, the Nidoking from my Pokemon Red Let's Play. Yeah, remember him? Well, that's the reason why I wouldn't have him in my team because I fucking love Nidoking. Just another one of my lineups for some of my favorite Pokemon. But just overall favorite poison type. I just love it so much, and a good type of combination too. Like poison and ground. All that. So and yeah, we can't really carry any more items. There was a revive right there, and I actually wanted that revive, so I'll just go ahead and just throw these away here, because, like I said, I don't really need this very much, especially if my Pokemon stats would have already been boosted. Unless there might be some situations where I would absolutely need those, per se, but I guess not right away, so... Anyhow, so I guess that's pretty much us spending the rest of the, pretty much the rest of the episode, just go around Mount Mortar. Like I said, we won't be able to fully explore this whole dungeon, and it's actually completely optional, so you don't really have to fully go in there. There is actually a special prize that waits us there, but that's going to be till much later because we can't really access it right now because we need Waterfall for to get there. So because of that, we're not really going to explore the entirety of it. We're just going to go in there just for the sake of battling trainers right away. Since, they're already at a level, I just need a good amount of experience for those. And also some items to pick up, because, there's that as well. And so it's kind of labyrinthine, I would say. Just going over there. Oh, hey, cool, another nugget. Yeah, it's kind of a labyrinth-like, just being around here. So I actually have to make sure just to find my way through, especially with jumping down those ledges and all that stuff here. Kind of sucks that we can't really climb those ledges. I mean, they even lampshade the fact that we can't really climb them. We only have to jump them, or jump off those ledges, a la Link to the Past. Also, this guy just mistook me for one of his friends here. Yeah, you'll find a couple of those guys actually know each other. Or they've been separated and they actually just mistake you for somebody else. So yeah, like I was saying, it's too bad I can't really climb. That would have been cool though, just being able to climb ledges. Although then again, I guess you could probably say that Scarlet and Violet decided to defy all that, where like we can actually just be able to jump over those ledges with our respective Rhydons, like either Koraidon or Miraidon. So yeah, just jumping over those. I mean, it makes sense because of its open world setting, but it's so cool regardless. Like, oh fuck yeah, fuck all that kind of logic there. I can just jump over ledges. Eat shit, Game Freak. That's basically just my whole reaction, just being able to jump over the ledges along those. I was like, oh shit. Yeah. And go ahead and drink a little more of my water here. I gotta say though, kind of like talking right in my ass here, but in terms of the cave themes, I gotta say this cave music that's playing right now is kind of the most peaceful that I play. It's like, it doesn't really sound. Well, I mean, there's like just a little bit of the creepiness, but it's actually a little bit more peaceful compared to the other themes, because they had because the cave themes tend to be like real creepy and kind of menacing. I will say Gen 4's cave music, well, in Diamond and Pearl and Platinum, their cave music, I gotta say, is probably the most nightmare fuel of it all, especially like at the towards the end of the track, where it sounds like it really does sound like that someone's really gonna come at you and just actually just brutally like stomp you flat and just like just mutilate you to your death, like it's gonna come at you. And it's actually kind of like it's just somehow like a little too menacing, like especially for a Pokemon game. So I mean, that's kind of what I excuse me, I kind of have some hiccups here. That's kind of what I was thinking for the cave themes in Gen 4. Where, just being all like scary, like too scary, like for Pokemon standards. Which I'll probably just say, once we get to doing a Let's Play of or once I get to do a Let's Play of Gen 4, well, you guys will probably just know what I'm talking about. Well, I mean, if you guys already playing, then you already know, but, I'll just at least show you guys what I mean once we get to those caves. But yeah, I just found it like just be the absolute creepiest. No, hey, Suicune! Bye, Suicune! Yeah, another one of those Suicune encounters where it's just there. Just want to take a look at those trees there. I don't know. Didn't know Suicune is actually very much fascinated with the trees here. You like trees so much, don't you, Suicune? That's what it is. You just like look at those trees all day and probably seeing those berries or apricorns and all that. What is your fascination with those trees anyway? Like what is it with your sun fetish with all these trees here? Also, that was a full resource we just had, and we can't really pick it up though because our item inventory is still full. God damn it. Full restores are definitely the ultimate healing items, where they not only heal, not only does it fully heal your HP, but also it heals the stats conditions as well. So it's basically like a fusion between the max potions and full heals. So it's definitely like without doubt the best kind of healing items there is. But expensive as shit though. But we'll definitely just be seeing that like once we get close to well. I would say the final Pokemon Mart, but that's going to be like over in the Pokemon League that we'll be getting to towards the end of this journey here. Yeah, we can't really get through with this boulder here because, well, it's going to be blocked off anyway. So, but yeah, having listened to that cave music from Gen 4 for the first time, that honestly kind of intimidated the fuck out of me. Just to hear that for the first time, and yeah, because it really did feel like that something was going to come right at you and actually murder you, like some kind of giant monster or something. Ugh. But, you know, overall, you know, just going by the music here, I really do think Gen 2's soundtrack it's such a great soundtrack. I love it so much. And there's like, you know, several tracks I really enjoy a lot here. And, you know I might have pissed off a lot of you guys for what I did say about the Gen 1 soundtrack, because I actually kind of thought that wasn't like very much in terms of instrumentation, and probably would have sounded generic in a way. So I mean, yeah, you guys might have been pissed off at me for saying that though. I mean, I'm not really saying that the soundtrack is bad. I mean, I like it just fine though, because I do agree that the Gen 1 soundtrack is very much iconic. But you know, but I also did say that, you know, I've heard like, you know, remixes of it, like especially in the later gens, that actually sound so much better. And actually, I will say this though, that the remixes that I got for Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee, the Real Crusade soundtracks, those I actually really do love. The updated sound quality for those and the remix soundtracks, those I can really jam to. They sound so much better because of it, like great and so much better instrumentation. But overall, the soundtrack for Gen 2, I really do love Gen 2's soundtrack. It's such a nice kind of soundtrack there is. You know, just real nostalgic in a way. You know, some remixes we'll probably be seeing a little later. You know, there's a bunch of tracks there I really do enjoy, especially in National Park. I love it so much. So anyway, it looks like that's all the time we have here. So next on Let's Play Pokemon Crystal, we're going to continue on through this route here, and then hopefully we'll be able to reach Mahogany Town. So I will see you guys next time.